back to the show, family. Expecting you guys are having a great day or weekend or whatever days that you guys are watching this on. Guys, check this out. We're gonna get into Russia. We're gonna get into Helsinki. I was gonna leave this video for Saturday, but it's just hot craziness what's going on with Donald Trump. And I'm gonna tell you right now, guys. You watch the channel. You guys know exactly where I'm leaning. You guys know that I'm a right-leaning conservative Christian Latino. Damn, that was a mouthful, right? Right-leaning Christian conservative Latino. But I love the truth. I am not a fanatic. I'm gonna tell you the truth, and maybe you like it, maybe you don't, but I don't know. Here we go, guys. Okay, so we're gonna get into what's going on with Putin and the summit. Donald Trump, in my opinion, had a great trip to Europe, but maybe 5 seconds of him opening his mouth and giving a bad answer threw this down the drain. And there's nobody else to blame but Donald Trump. And he has to be very, very careful the way he's approaching this relationship with Russia. Listen to this, guys. We need a working relationship with Russia. The United States and Russia, between them, we have 90% of the nuclear arsenal in the world. So it's best for us to get along. I mean, that's just common sense to everybody. Why would you want to be enemies with a country that can respond back to you nuclearly, if that's even a word, right? We've had a working relationship with Russia. And for the Boston Marathon, the bombing, Russia tried to tip us on the terrorist attack that were going to happen in Boston. They tried to help. They couldn't, but they did try to help. We, the United States, has helped them. We helped them stop a terrorist attack in St. Petersburg. So we've had a relationship. We've had, obviously, because of the Cold War, you guys know, and in history in general, you guys know where the United States stand. We need to have a working relationship with Russia, but we just cannot dive into this working relationship. Why? Because there's still feelings out there. And Trump, in my opinion, I think he's diving in. We can't dive in. We got to slide. We got to slide, right? And Donald Trump, for some reason, he does things. He has done things like this, and I don't like it. So we're gonna get into what happened. Listen, guys, just listen. It's caliente here, man. It's caliente. Caliente.
Thank you. Question for each president. President Trump, yes. you first. Just now, President Putin denied having anything to do with the election interference in 2016. Every U.S. intelligence agency has concluded that Russia did. My first question for you, sir, is who do you believe?
Who do you believe?
My second question is, would you now, with the whole world watching, tell President Putin, would you denounce what happened in 2016, and would you warn him to never do it again?
First question is, who do you believe? Do you believe your people? Do you believe President Putin? And then the second one is, which I find is such a stupid question, and if it was any other president, that question probably would have not been asked. He told him, would you tell President Putin, look him in the eye, tell him to stop doing that, right? And let's get into this right here, this little, he's telling him, the president of the United States, to tell another president to stop meddling. Look at this, and I'm gonna leave this on YouTube. I'm gonna leave this link down in the comments. Russia isn't the only one meddling in elections. We do it too. This is a New York Times article, and everybody knows this. Guys, you know the United States, the Saint United States of America. We put up governments, we take down governments, right? That's just the history of the United States, right? Look what it says. A Carnegie Mellon scholar, Dov H. Levin, has scoured the historical records for both overt and covert election influence operations. He found 81 by the United States and 36 by the Soviet Union between 1946 and 2000. What does that mean? That the United States, the Saint, because we're saints now, the Saint United States has influenced 81 foreign elections. We do it. So us doing it, how is Donald Trump gonna tell Putin, hey, stop doing it? If we're doing it also. And then to tell him in front of everybody, in front of the whole world, because that's what the press wants. But Donald Trump has to be very selective of his words. And he's not here. He's totally careless. And he even tries to walk it back in the same statement. Here we go.
So let me just say that we have two thoughts. You have groups that are wondering why the FBI never took the server. Why haven't they taken the server?
What server, Trump?
Why was the FBI told to leave the office of the Democratic National Committee? I've been wondering that. I've been asking that for months and months, and I've been tweeting it out and calling it out on social media. Where is the server? I want to know, where is the server, and what is the
talking about
server
the
saying?
server, man.
With that being said, all I can do is ask the question. My people came to me, Dan Coates came to me, and some others. They said they think it's Russia.
Dan Coates, this is Dan Coates, the 5th Director of National Intelligence. This is Trump's people. This is his people. So in one side we have Dan Coates, let's just say him, right? But in general we have the intelligence community, which Donald Trump and the intelligence community, they have their history. Obviously, we just went through the testimony of Peter Strzok. We know, right? But we have this guy Dan Coates, right? On one side we have Putin on another, and this is what Trump says: having one of his people and a president of a country with a horrible negative past to the United States. Again, and this is not to say that we shouldn't have a great relationship with Russia. Yes, let's have it.
I have President Putin. He just said it's not Russia.
Yeah, he's
I
gonna
will
say it's him.
this. I don't see any
Hey,
reason.
come on, why would you even say that, Trump? Why would you say? Why do you believe Putin is gonna? Yes, Donald Trump. Yes, we've meddled in your election. No, he's not.
Why it would be, but I really do want to see the server. But I have confidence in both parties. I really believe that this will probably go on for a while, but I don't think it can go on without finding out what happened to the server.
Nobody
What
cares about
happened
the
to
server. We're not talking about the
servers
server right now.
of the Pakistani gentleman that worked on the DNC.
We need to
Where
find
are
what
those
happened to those
servers?
servers,
They're
but this is
missing.
not that question.
Where are they? What happened to Hillary Clinton's emails?
talking about Hillary.
33,000 emails gone, just gone. I think in Russia they wouldn't be gone so easily.
There you go. Look, I think in Russia they wouldn't be gone so easily. He's stroking Vladimir Putin's ego. You don't do that. We gotta slide into the relationship with Russia. Why are you gonna stroke this man's ego? Why are you gonna stroke the Russian ego? We have a bad relationship. We need to take it one step at a time.
I think it's a disgrace that we can't get Hillary Clinton's 33,000 emails. So I have great confidence in my intelligence people.
I see he felt bad. He has great confidence, and he didn't know, and now he didn't know who to decide between Putin or Dan Coates.
But I will tell you that President Putin was extremely strong and powerful in his denial today. And what
Extremely strong and powerful. Come on, bro. You don't do that. Look, right? There's some problems that you might have with the intelligence community, but on a world stage, you have to have the United States back. At the end of the day, you have to have it. You have to fake it, and you're good at faking, Donald Trump. You have to fake that you're, at least in this particular moment, and on the facing this stupid question that they ask you, which they wanted you basically to just tell, hey, Putin, stop being a bad guy. Don't do that, or spank him or something, right? You can't do stuff like that, man. And it just gets crazy, man. And it's a little bit weird because if we see, let me just put a little.
he did is an incredible offer. He offered to have the people working on the case come and work with their investigators with respect to the 12 people. I think that's an.
So Putin offered supposedly for investigators to go to Russia and question these 12 people that have been charged with these crimes, or have they been indicted with, again, meddling, not collusion. Another very important point. Everybody knows Donald Trump's ego. And this Philip DeFranco, for you guys that watch Philly D, brought this point up, right? Let me get back in here. 1 second. He brought this point up and he said, how about is it if Donald Trump does not want to admit that there was meddling, because that would just bring a cloud of doubt upon his whole election. And Donald Trump does not want to admit that he has said it. He doesn't like admitting that he's wrong. How about if he just does not want to do that and is failing to realize that that's hurting him? If he comes out and just says, yes, the Russian medal, I think people will leave it at that. But he doesn't want to do that because he doesn't want to give it to the media. And then the media will blow that up and say, yes, I told you that it was the Russians. Listen to this guy. The Russians did not change one vote, and not one Russian went and voted for Donald Trump. So the elections were legit. What the Russians try to do, the United States has done plenty of times before. But Donald Trump answered horribly. He has some serious damage control to do. Guys, what do you guys think? Should Donald Trump, or what do you guys think about his comments? There's some people, like right-leaning media people, that they're defending this craziness. I can't. I'm sorry, I can't. I mean, if it's wrong, just that little part is wrong. Do you guys think the comments were correct? Do you think the comments were out of place? Should Donald Trump have just sucked it up and just admitted, yes, the Russians, in front of Putin's face, just said, yeah, the Russians meddled. Stop it, Putin, to let you know also that that you're a big boy. Leave your comments down below. If you're not part of the Valentine Show experience, please do subscribe. Give it a like, or you know what else you could give it? Dislike. Why? Because this is America. Leave your comments down below. I am Valentine. God, family, country, me, Valentine. I'm out.